Hello, hello. Is everyone there? Can you hear me okay? Sorry, I'm late. Had to make a cup of tea. Can you hear me okay? Is the mic working? Right, let's get started. David, hi. Hi, thanks for joining. Anthony, thanks for joining. What have we got? Oh, it's a live chat. Just rather listen to video and comments. What's the best way to get more EV charging work? It varies, to be honest with you. I talk to a lot of other guys doing EV charging stuff, and there's different ways of going about it. So for me, fortunately, the majority of my EV charging jobs comes through YouTube clients. I'm very fortunate in that way. A lot of guys subcontract and work for big companies. It's just marketing, advertising, getting out there. We've got Alex, get to know EV owners and get on some forums. Yep, that's another great way to do it. Joshua, thank you so much for your Zappi video, Adam. Just had mine fitted without upstream type RCD, sent a story your video, and we're straight back to get it fitted. Has saved me any warranty problems. Joshua, that's excellent. I'm really pleased to hear that. And it's good that your installer came back and he's learned something new as well. So it's a win-win. Anthony, Rob Harding, hello, how are you? Hope you're well. What do we call you? My name's Adam, but people call me SOTA, but my name's Adam. Marky D, fella, hope you and everyone are well. Yep, I'm all good, thank you. Hope you all guys are too. How's everyone's week's been? What I'm going to do is basically any comments you put up, I'll bring them up on the screen, and we can just have a general chat. Alvina, hopefully I said that right. Hello, how are you? Evening. Christopher, good evening. Hope you're well and had a good weekend. Have all you boys seen part 2 of the Zappi video? Marky, have you had any response from Minergy? No, I haven't. I can't get hold of them, to be honest. And, you know, I had a chat with that guy at the fair. He was a technical guy, and that's fair enough. And he didn't want to get involved, and I don't blame him, to be honest. But no, but what I find interesting is the amount of people who are recently or just done the Zappi course and they're still being told to install the MCBs. But that's just what they're telling me. I don't know how much truth's in that. I can't guarantee anything, but there's quite a lot of people telling me that. Part 2 is fantastic. Thank you very much. Honesty is the best policy. Just going to open a window. Joshua, yeah, my installer certainly learned something new. I think there'd be so many unaware installers. Yeah, and the other thing is, I was wondering why so many people were potentially undercutting me on jobs. And I think one of the reasons was because they were under the impression that they just had to install an MCB on an existing consumer unit and bang a Zappi in. And that keeps the cost down massively. So now that other people are aware of their situation, and the chances are they're going to have to install a separate EV consumer unit, the prices are going to be more realistic, I think. Toolbox Talk. Ben, is that Ben? How are you? You're watching them both. Yes, fair play for not posting the sales guy. Yeah, 100%. It wasn't, you know, he doesn't own the company or anything, does he? He's just doing his job. Alvin, Avina, do you think the UK has infrastructure in place for mass EV rollout? I think personally that it could have the EV infrastructure, but it's the likes of the councils that are holding it up. There's all these companies out there who are ready to bang in the supplies and get the job done, but it's all bureaucracy holding the whole thing up. David, I take it low curtailment sort out issues if you have storage heating and want EV charger. Yeah, definitely. Just as long as that load curtailment's in place, you're going to protect that main fuse, whatever rating it is. and a majority of people charge their vehicles overnight where there isn't a lot of load on. Storage heating's obviously overnight as well, but it's still not going to be that bad, so you'll be fine. Joshua, yes, so true. Our board and EV charger are both three-phase, so couldn't just fitted RCDs per on board, as need to be 4 poles that had to fit separately at their own cost. Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be so much more of this going on now. What I want to know, and I don't have any info on this yet, really. I haven't looked too much into this because I kind of don't want to get too involved anymore. But I know the likes of like the Omi have got a built-in RCD, and I don't know if that's any different to the Zappi. Is it a digital one? Do you know? Stephen Davies, hey big lad, welcome back. How are you? Hope you're well. How's your weekend been? Ben, yeah, sorry mate, your picture looked differently and it's like really small on the software that I'm using. Change the name. How many amp does an EV charger port maximum capacity? Wow, 7 kilowatts 32, mate. You know this, Ben. I know you. How's it going, Ben, anyway? You had a good week? David, well, 100 amp fuse fitted, so I hope, but with separate board for the storage and one on the house, no spare ways though. So you're going to have like an economy 7 board, I imagine that's what you're talking about. And then the house board, you've got no spare ways. Don't worry, they can still put another sub board in for that. And your economy 7 tails may be wired slightly differently anyway. So you just got to make sure that that load curtailment CT is before any Henley blocks. Have any of you guys got in touch with My Energy, or have you had any sort of similar issues with any warranty? I've had quite a lot of people get in touch with me about different things that they've heard and said, and people who work for My Energy. So it's been quite an interesting couple of weeks. A lot of the stuff that I've been told, I've been asked not to share, which is fair enough, because I don't want to obviously lose any work. Hello, buddy. All chilled, man. Power. I've missed our Sunday SOTA lives. Yeah, good. Like I say, I just missed last week's, because there was too much going on. My phone was going wild. Loads of emails and notifications. So I just left it. But we're back. Graham, hi there. Thinking of having an Omi Home Pro fitted to replace an old Chargemaster under a carport. Do I need to replace a 6mm cable, or can I get the electrician to run a Cat 5 for a CT clamp? You can leave that 6mm cable as long as your electrician tests it through and it's still in sound condition, and run a separate Cat 5. That's no problem whatsoever. You installed a few different brands. I'm trying to get my head around how the grid will be able to handle everyone having an electric car on and charge at night. It'll be down to like mass load balancing, basically. And I reckon, and you got to remember, Ben, that if you've got a petrol or diesel car, you don't take it to the petrol station every single day. You just don't do it. And it's the same sort of thing with the electric cars. At the minute, people plug them in every day because they just top them up. But not everyone's going to do that. And it might turn out to be some sort of, I don't know, you know, how it would work, but they'll have to balance it in some way. But you've got to appreciate that everyone isn't going to be charging the car overnight for 7 hours or 11 hours every single day. It's not going to happen because they're not going to need it. And with like Octopus, and now there's that Octopus Energy, the way they're monitoring everything, the chances are they're going to introduce something where they're going to be able to balance all the load across the phases. And if there's too much going on one, they'll drop it down a bit. They'll work it out, I imagine. If that made any sort of sense whatsoever. Marky D, just done the Indra core, seems like a nice charger to fit. Yeah, it's okay in all fairness. If I'm honest with you, be careful with the Indra Lux because the front panel's got like this tamper-proof thing on it. And if you haven't got the cables back properly and the whole front of it's square, then it will like set off this tamper seal. And that's annoying. But otherwise, yeah, it's okay. Lock View Design Smart Homes. Good evening. Thanks for being so open with your community with a Zappi warranty claim issue you've encountered. As a consumer with a Zappi, I'll make sure my install is compliant. Yeah, great. You know, I think the trouble is I've had so many people get in touch with me, seeing me install these Zappis with upstream RCDs, and they've given me a right hard time about it, not realizing that I was actually doing the right thing and they haven't been. So I wanted to get a message out there to all these people basically on what they need to do, because if they need to go back to one of their jobs, they may have to carry out some quite substantial rectification work if they've installed it on like an old plastic consumer unit on an MCB and it requires, you know, a double pole RCD, which they might not be able to get for that old brand or whatever. That could be quite costly if they now need to go back and start installing separate consumer units, meter tails, Henley blocks. So you just need to get the message out there. Fluffy, hello Fluffy. David, yeah, it's currently wired through the radio tele switch. How long's the power lead on the OMI, not the car charging lead? The flex that you connect into is about 1 meter. James, so can an EV charger share an RCD with other circuits on a split load board? Does independently protected mean only one charger per RCD, or does it mean RCD for chargers only? So the way I've read it is basically that the EV charger needs to be on its own RCD, and so it can't be on a split load board RCD, and it's down to that DC milliamp leakage. So the charger will protect up to 6 milliamps, but it's something like if there's more DC leakage going on with other protection, basically it's going to blind the RCD. With the advent of charging EV. I don't really understand that. I get a bit lost sometimes. Graham, cheers. That would be a wasteful if the existing 6 mil was perfectly okay. 100% reuse it. As an EV driver, I can attest that I certainly never charge daily, but with Optimus Intelligent, it certainly gives the best blend of competitive energy. Yeah, exactly. So I don't think that it's ever going to be overloaded as such, because everyone in the world or everyone in the country doesn't go to the petrol station every day. And I think it's the same sort of principle. Fluffy, what power is lost that you pay for as long charging cables from house to street? Sorry, Fluffy, I'm not really following. Ben, 100% everyone actually be using the same time. It's just if they did. Yeah, you can always go down the worst case scenario route, but you need to be realistic about this also. I think your video made a few people question stills. They may have done. Yeah, 100%. And that was the idea of it, really. I've had loads of people get in touch with me saying that they followed the guidance that I was giving also. And it's just sort of like, I think a lot of people are just going to wait and see if anything comes of it, to be honest. Do you see the industry changing over to 3-phase to support faster, more efficient charging when building out new homes in the UK? I believe this is already taking place. So I think you'll find with already starting in a lot of new build developments, they're starting to put 3-phase boards in. So I can see it rolling out. Obviously, old existing properties, that's just going to be an absolute nightmare. It's not going to happen. But I think moving forward, we're going to see it more and more. To add to when charging part, my Eco 7 comes on at 10 a.m, off at 5 p.m. I'm not going to play in the cars home then, and so am I. So, David, are you suggesting that you want your EV charger put on the same side as your Economy 7? Is that what you're trying to say? Because if you do that, then you are completely restricted to being able to charge the vehicle within that period of time, just so you know. Ben, this is the thing, we still keep to manufacturer instructions when they're not sure what they're doing. It's hard. Yeah, absolutely. So like I say, I went on that course and they said, don't put an RCD in, there's all those sorts of things with selectivity and that sort of stuff. And they said, it's built into the charger. The MCB is fine. And I think really what it is, and this is me just speculating, is the Zappy's got a digital RCD in and not a mechanical DIN rail mounted one. And it hasn't got a test button also. And I think Meinergy are trying to get this digital RCD through to get a BS number, which is fair enough. They haven't achieved that yet. And I have no doubt personally that the RCD operates correctly, but it just hasn't got that BS number. And if they manage to achieve that, then, everything's, changed again, I guess. So I think they've been trying for a long time to achieve that, and it just hasn't come through yet. Alex, I'm fitting a Simpson Partners charger with a wireless solar and power CTs. Had any experience with them? Personally, Alex, I always hardwire a CT. I don't like relying on the wireless ones, and I suggest you do the same, because if for whatever reason that wireless one drops out, you've instantly lost that protection. So I would avoid the wireless if you possibly can and run that Cat5. Put an EV Ultra cable in, just do it, and hardwire that CT, and then you're not going to worry about it. Stephen Bowden, good evening. How are you? David, no, he's just saying I currently charge a car in those times, and that's when it's cheaper for me. I have a theory to my Eco 7 comes on there. I have a theory. My Eco 7 comes on, then as live near a massive solar install. Understood. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, cool. Marky, would love to know how this has affected sales of Zappi. I don't know. And I don't really want it to damage it, to be honest, because, I'm all for British manufacturing. I've got nothing against the charger. I think it's a good charger still. All they need to do is clarify in writing to put an RCD in or not. That's all I want. And I think that's all that anyone wants, just that clarity. Other chargers do it, or just ditch the RCD in it. Stephen, all good here. Now I've sat down. Good. Johnny, hi. Can you please explain why, if the charger has RCD built in, why does there need to be one at this consume unit? Is this not a selectivity problem? Johnny, yeah, look. The charger built-in RCD doesn't have a British standards number. It doesn't comply with regs. That's the issue. I'm not saying that the RCD doesn't operate or work, but it doesn't comply. And that is the problem. And when it comes to selectivity, someone sent me something that basically overrides this selectivity issue. I'll find it and I'll make a short on it. But it's very interesting and it's not really an issue. Lockview, I've had my installer do that very thing. I had an EV Ultra run with embedded Cat5 cable for hardwired CT and a separate Cat6 cable for internet connectivity. It's been rock solid since. Brilliant. Pleased to hear. That's great. What your installer might not know, I don't know how well you know him, but you can use that Cat5 for the load curtailment and also for your hardwired internet connection, because you only need 2 pairs out of Cat5 for that. What's Airborne Red Death doing in here? Okay, I have no idea what that's about. David, I like your thoughts on just putting RC protect the cable, etc. Yeah. Joel, hi there. I'm thinking of retraining, so skilling as an electrician. What would be the best route as it's too late at 36? I'm not an absolute professional in like this area, and I haven't worked with. When I was an apprentice, there were some older guys starting up being Sparks, and the way they'd done it on the company that I worked for, where they were basically adult trainees and going through and doing their courses on the side in the evenings. And I think that's probably the best way to do it. If you can get a job on the tools, then you can build up your portfolio of your installation work and then complete all your MVQ. And I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Mark, exactly. Zappi should be all over this instead of staying quiet. Yeah, I agree. Stewie, going to call you at some point, able to get you to check what charge I should get as my local to you. What would you recommend for a BMW i4 M50 that was scheduled charging for midnight? Stewie, that's no problem at all. And I don't recommend a charger depending on what car you have. I recommend a charger on your personal circumstances, like who's your energy provider? Do you have solar and battery storage? These are the things that I take into account because the chargers, regardless of the brand, will work with your Beamer. So we'll sit down, we'll have a chat, and we'll run through everything, and I'll give you the best advice I possibly can. I'm an IT pro and just wanted him to run a separate cable to keep me happy. No, that's absolutely fine. I know loads of people give me a stick about the old Cat 5s, so I get it. There you go, Joel. Ben says never too late. Just get down to your local college and see what they can offer you. Yeah, 100%. Get on those courses and then see if you can get some work, because I think that's the biggest problem, is getting that work to complete your portfolio. You need that practical experience. I don't know. Have you got any sort of experience? You're welcome, Joel. If you guys don't know Toolbox Talks for Electrician as well, jump over there and subscribe. So that's Ben. He's a really good lad. You definitely should be proud of your installations. As a consumer, love how best your installs are, and I'm certainly learning a lot about electrical installations, how they should be done. Thank you very much, Lockview. I really appreciate that, because I genuinely do the absolute best job I possibly can. And because I'm quite funny about things, I can't sleep at night if I know that I could have done something a little bit better. Even if I'm in a rush, I would rather be late to whatever I'm doing in the evening and give my customer the best job possible. Stewie, just out of curiosity, who's your energy provider? I might be able to give you a little bit of guidance while it's quiet on here. Cheers, Adam. Got to get you on a podcast soon. You're becoming an EV in the know guy. Yeah, that's all right, Ben. I don't mind that. I'll definitely do that. It'll be all right. Oh, let's go. Stewie first. Even at the moment on their EV tariff, I imagine you're saying. I'll be honest. I don't think Eon specify on any EV charger. I think you can have anything. If you're looking at swapping over to Octopus, which most people do, check out the Zappi. I don't really go much on the wall box. I like the Omi at the minute. I'm a big fan of the Omi. That's just working, and the Indra, but the Omi is not aesthetically the best on the tethered side of things, but it's a pretty good charger. Simon, If you don't mind moving away from the EV chat, would you pass an opinion on an RC nice piece? When I turn off a piece of kit in the shed, happy to wait for a better time if you want to stay with the EV convos. No, it's all right. Simon, give me a little bit more details, see if we can help you. And there's a lot of good lads on here. We'll all help you out. Tariff, yeah, I thought that's what you said. Marky, must be a bit nerve-wracking doing this. Not really. I'm kind of used to it now, I guess. I do like a few TikTok lives and Instagram lives every now and then randomly. So no, I don't mind at all. I just want to interact with you guys. May I ask if you're considering diversifying your video content to include home battery installs? So the reason I haven't gone down, I've done battery installations in the past, but the trouble is I don't mind diversifying, doing more general electrical work, but what I found with battery installs is the aftercare side of things. It's just me working on my own, and I know there's a lot of batteries, they go down, the systems go down, and with that aftercare, I haven't got the manpower to deal with that. So I try to stick to less sort of maintenance type of work that's got maintenance potentially in the future, or like warranty issues, and getting things back online. So the reason I haven't gone into battery is purely because of the technology side of things. And I know it goes down every now and then, and I haven't got the time to just keep going around people's houses sorting it out, because that's unpaid work. Lockview, keep up these interactive sessions. It's a great way to engage with you. I'm not a legend, but thank you. Stewie, okay, thanks. I'll be sure to give you a call in April. I've had the car since December and been using Starbucks so far. Oh, Stewie, I think I know what area you're in then. I like that Starbucks. I don't think Indra is compatible with Octopus. Indra is for the OVO tariff. I think Indra is compatible with Octopus. We need to find a really hard question, put Adam to the test. No, don't do that. I just won't do this again. Sam, hi Adam, any advice on growing a company? I'm about a year into it and looking to try and grow the business and upscale a bit. Maybe getting some contracts. Just wondering how you've got where you are. Well, Elliot, I haven't got a massive company. It's just me. And I could upscale. I could take on guys for sure, but it's been a personal choice for me not to do that because I enjoy my lifestyle. I don't want the stress of having to find other people work. And I like taking days off to go to trade shows and things like that, spend time with the family. And I've got that freedom, and that's why I haven't gone down that route personally. Getting into some contracts, I'm not the right guy to ask that because I don't have any. I'm not interested. I don't work for estate agents, builders, anyone. All my customers are my own, and they're all relatively local, and I've just built up a good reputation in my area. So, and the way I've done that is basically through Google, social media, and Check a Trade, and that's worked out really well for me. Alex, you're starting NIC registration. Good luck with that. Stewie, if you're thinking about the same Starbucks, there's several brand new fast chargers over the road with... Yes, yeah, I know exactly where you are, yeah. I have no idea why they're not working. Do you know why? Have you heard why? Have you got an electric vehicle yourself? No, I don't like electric cars. Only joking. No, I don't have an electric car. Purely because I'm in a position where I own my vehicles and I don't want to put myself in any debt buying a new one when mine are perfectly fine. Tell us a little bit more about your guitars. What music genre do you enjoy playing, and have you played for years? Yeah, I haven't played in a little while, but I used to be in a band, and music-wise, for me, it's like Oasis, Stereophonics, Beatles, that sort of stuff. And I prefer playing the acoustic, to be honest, over the electric. The kit is a small 3-phase lathe. Okay, the shed is fed from a circuit and the consumer unit covered. When you turn the lathe off, it trips the house consumer unit. It's only when you turn it off that it trips and not when you turn it on. Thoughts on commando sockets? Commando sockets for charging vehicles is an absolute no-no for me personally. I've been asked that quite a lot. But the idea of, these chargers with the built-in pen, you're basically, you haven't got any of that. You're just cheating, really. I don't think it's a safe installation. Stewie, I heard they didn't have the grid connected yet. Not sure if that's a fact or not. They have been covered up for months. I was at the old pet shop, actually, not long ago, getting some doggy treats. Cheers, man. Appreciate your input. Just thought I'd ask. No problem. Tesla are close to bringing out a self-driven car. I know that Tesla were bringing out a new car. It was more of a budget one as well. I thought that was going to be an absolute massive game changer for the EV industry, making it more affordable. Yes, only when going off. Oh, okay. Sorry, I lose track of these different combos. So it's bypassing your other RCDs and it's just blowing the one in the house when you turn it off. Has anyone got any thoughts on that? You picked up some shed seconds. Oh, that's cool, Ben. Simon, yes, I'm well. How are you? Stephen, just reading up on EV charging. If the charger has one, it doesn't necessarily need one as it's built in. So following management instructions, it complies. So, Stephen, are you talking? But what charger are you talking about? And just because it's built in doesn't mean that RCD complies with the regs. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm really local to that, so email with me details in the area and want to check out my house. No, it's fine, Stewie. Just let me know whenever. And I'll pop over and just, we'll run through everything. I'll give you a quote. Once I've done my quote, it's just in your hands as and when. If you want to go with me, that's fine. Do you know if there are any routes for people to get EV chargers installed in apartments with allocated spaces? I've only had much luck with their factors and getting approvals. Nightmare. All these properties of like these new build areas where they've done allocated parking is an absolute nightmare for that, because what you're finding is that the land between the property and the allocated spaces is owned by someone else, and getting permission to excavate that is just ridiculous. That's a good point on scaling company. I'm a bit in the torn on staying small, taking more guys on. Being on your own, Adam, would you say you're happy financially with your business? Yeah, I am. I know guys. I know local companies that have got 3, 4, 5 guys, and they're no richer, if anything, at all, because, you have peaks and lows of work, and you've always got to cover the wages of the lads. So literally, I've watched these other guys expand and have 2, 3, or 4 guys on, and they've got no more money. The only thing that they've got is less hair because they're stressed. But so it's up to you, and that's my personal opinion, and that's what I don't want to see. I don't want. Joel, no worries. Simon, good on you for Clam Energy Zappi issue. Thank you, Simon. Just thought it was the right thing to do. Is TT easier to work on for fitting chargers? I wouldn't say it's easier in any way, to be honest. It's nearly the same, because with a TT system, you put a nav spike in, and a lot of these chargers have built-in pens, so it's negligible, really. Stephen, my very limited experience, not all chargers have them. So as you did early on, added an RCBO. Yeah, 100%. And like I say, it's because you need to clarify with the manufacturer if you're installing any with RCDs, if they actually do comply with the regs, because that's the problem here. It's got to be a faulty RCD. The inside may be faulty. That's what only happens when switched off, maybe. Yeah, maybe, Ben. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really sure on that. Simon, my thoughts are there must be some residual leakage for the other circuits. They're setting a constant 20 amp. Yeah, I think you need someone to go and have a look. Stewie, I heard the email. Thank you. Appreciate that, Stewie. I'm always fair on my pricing anyway, because I win work because I'm fair. So, and you will get a good job. I promise you that. Stephen, you're welcome. Marky D, check the connections on the lathe switch or isolator. Maybe a loose connection that's creating a spark when turning off. Maybe. Yeah, I think you need to have a look at that, don't you? What I'll do, Stewie, is I'll probably email you back tomorrow. Have you put your... I haven't checked, obviously, but if you haven't, if you just drop me your phone number, the best thing for me to do is give you a call if it's not on the email that you sent. Simon, cheers, thanks. Enjoying the content. Thank you. Is there anything else that you want to see? What sort of stuff do you know, I'm open to suggestions. What sort of stuff do you want to see? Do you want to see more stuff on the van, more tools, more EV installs, more sort of factual stuff? What sort of stuff do you want to see? Fine, no worries, Stewie, and congratulations. And I wish you all the best on that. I hope that all goes well. Battery storage install. Don't do them, David. Can't do that, I'm afraid. Second time's comment. I love the content and love all your tools, especially the spit gun with the D-line out. Super neat. I absolutely love that spit gun and those D-line clips. It's just like that part of the job is the bit that I don't enjoy. It's just clipping a cable. And with that, I like a nail gun. That is fun. And I can get that bit done quick. You just switched from Makita to Milwaukee. Alex, why have you done that? And I didn't mean that in a critical sort of way. Just curious, because I've just burnt out my Makita drill, my battery drill. And I've been thinking about it for a little while, but I'm not really sure what brand to go to. So if any of you boys have got any recommendations, let me know. Marky, any new products you're using? I've got a couple of new EV chargers that I'm going to be installing and trying out. So I'll let you know how they go. I'll do little videos on those. But I think the tools are quite popular. You'd like to see some vids on testing and discussion on the findings. Simon, yeah, I can do that, no problem. Is the spit gun a Pasload? Yes. I literally think it's the same company, Pasload Spit, isn't it? It's on the same website, I'm sure. Stephen, you've done some KNX last year. Big project in Brighton. The UK are a little behind, I'm led to believe. So if time permits, something on the usage of home automation is brilliant. All right. I haven't really dabbled in much home automation, but I can certainly find out. And I love making videos, having a go at something for the first time. So I do enjoy those ones when I'm genuinely got no idea what's going to happen. So yeah, all right. Honestly, I think the switch from Milwaukee. Just had my combi chuck fail for the 4th time in 3 years. That's interesting. You can service Pasload. Okay. Stephen, brilliant, Adam. It's all good stuff. All right. I'll tell you what concerns me about the home automation stuff is what's the sort of lifetime on that? What's the sort of guaranteed you get on that sort of stuff? Is it? Can you see it being sort of future proofed? Is it going to be an issue at all? Definitely get into home automation, guys. It's like a rabbit hole, and you'll love it. I built lots of full smart homes and some amazing automation using some assistance at the back end. Okay, I'm definitely going to look into this stuff then. It sounds, is there much of a market for it? Where are you finding these sort of jobs for home automation? David, you have a good night. Thanks for jumping on tonight. Really appreciate that. And we'll catch up soon. Absolutely, I can help anyone out that's starting out on a journey. Brilliant. Lockview. Let's have a chat then, because I'm well up for it. Lockview. Sam, smart homes. How would you go about getting into the HA stuff? Yeah, this is like a new chat altogether, isn't it? I'm interested in this. The house you worked on had facial recognition, alarm system, heating, lighting, etc. That's incredible. Stephen, my Sparky powers need all his tools to Metabo. Good quality tools and a bit cheaper than Festool that he was using. I love the Metabo SDS drill. I'll be honest, I know someone who got a big bundle of Metabo stuff and he didn't brag about it too much. So I'll be interested to hear how it goes on. Ian, you're not a spark, but love your vlogs, true to the point. Ian, thank you. You're a legend. Appreciate that. Here's Chris. How are you, mate? All over the place. Feel free to reach out. I'm helping people deal with an app proliferation, which is difficult for folks. So, Lockview, is this your company? Or do you just in small, or not do you just, but do you sell the products or do you install smart home stuff? Yes, sorry, I asked you multiple questions then. Are you selling smart home stuff? Did you manage to watch any David Zapi's? I haven't yet. No, sorry, I've been really rubbish at that. No, I haven't done it at all. I've just been busy doing other stuff, if I'm honest, but I do have to do that. I did check. I'm sure I went on his profile though. He has got quite a big following, hasn't he? And I saw something on the post about that the Hager call out thing. Come on, Lockview. I need to know if you're selling this stuff. Because if you are, we'll have a chat. Installation and configuration and assistant, all parts of it. Okay. What I don't want to do, Lockview, is I don't want to take your time up bothering you with trying to find that info out of you because you're running your business as well. Can you tell me like a brand or something that I should maybe look at? And I'll hassle them. Saviour is funny. The assault one is long but worth a watch. Okay. All right, I will watch that series on the AFDDs. And Lockview, thank you. Right, we've got 10 minutes, lads. 10 minutes, and then I need to go and have some dinner. Let's have a dinner chat. What's everyone having for dinner? Or have you had your dinner? Sunday roast, or what else you having? Joel, is Loxon a good product to start with? I've been looking at getting into home automation as well. Right, I think we need to do like a chat with Lockview because he's the smart home man and he can tell us everything that we need to know. He's dug himself a hole now. Millions of brands, we can definitely have a chat offline. Don't want to hijack this thread. I'll earn a bad reputation with your subscribers. No, you won't. No, you won't. It'll be a good chat. Chris is having a sticky chicken. Ben's having a Sunday roast, of course. Yeah, a lot of you, drop me a message, an email or something, or a comment or something, and I'll get in touch and we'll have a chat. I really appreciate that. If you wouldn't mind having a chat with me, that'd be really good. Ben's been doing gardening today. Do it. Will be interesting. I think Marky wants to have this smart chat home, the smart home chat. I get my words mixed up. I'm amazed how quick these hours go, you know, doing this. Joel, Lockzone is a great brand, but price to entry can be on a steep side. You can do a lot with others. I can help anyone at the start of the journey, and it's what a community is all about. Lockview, would you do like a half-hour live with me one day? Mark, you had a good shout out last week on the Electricians podcast. Yeah, I know. They were quite kind to me, to be honest. I was quite surprised. I watched that like it. I didn't want to pipe up, but yeah, that was very nice of them to bring that up, and they were quite supportive. So thank you to the lads on the Electricians podcast. Lockview, absolutely, mate. Brilliant. That's great. We'll have this smart home chat. Lockview, do you do much social media? Are you on any platforms? Do you post a lot? Because what we'll do is we'll get like your logo and stuff. I'll do something. So we've got your logo here while we do this chat, and we'll promote you. You have a near crew, got a job for you. I'll be honest, I don't even know where crew is. Let's have a chat about it and see how I can help support your channel. Love it. Let's do it. Sam's up for the smart home chat. Oh, this is a goer. This is an absolute goer. I'm going to have to do some homework now. Pretend I know something about it. Near Stoke-on-Trent? No, I'm never that way. But I am travelling about it a bit, doing some EV installs for people. But what I say to everyone is, if you want me to do a job for you, you just got to take into account I'm probably going to be a little bit dearer than a local guy because I need to allow travelling time and fuel, etc. But the job would be fair still. Just starting out on YouTube and social media, but would love to learn more from someone who's been doing it for a while. Yeah, sure, I can certainly help you out on your journey with that anyway. Bally, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you. How are you? Probably all will. Yeah. Okay. We're going to get this sorted. Lockview, you need to drop me a message or something. We'll have a chat and we'll do a live. Half-hour live with Lockview. Learn about smart homes. Drop me a message and we can arrange a chat, see what we type both of us and see what we can do collectively. Yeah, perfect. Let's do it. Decision made. Where are you based, Lockview, out of curiosity? Bally, I'm really good, thanks. It's is hard work trying to do all your jobs and all the social media stuff. Yeah, it's a horrendous amount of effort. I get up at 4:45 every day, and then I just work all day, and then evenings admin and social media. I normally finish work about 9 p.m, have an hour chill, and then go to bed. So yeah, it's a lot, but I'm working quite hard at it. I used to go to school with someone called Bally in Scotland, split time between Edinburgh and Bleg. I can't even say that word. Okay, you're okay, fine. How is Scotland anyway this time of year? We have 4 minutes left, lads. So if you've got any questions, fire away. Don't worry, I won't. Oh, I shouldn't say stuff. I speak before thinking. Sorry, it sounded rude. Lovely, not raining for a change. That's good. Stephen, home automation is big in Europe. I worked for Go4Control. Take a look at their website. I've done 3 projects. Go4Control. Let's make some notes. And there was that other brand as well, wasn't there? That I'll have to scroll back and find that. That pen doesn't work. That one pen doesn't work. If anyone's giving away free pens, let me know. That one doesn't work. I know this one works. Got a bad habit of when a pen doesn't work, putting it back in the pen pot. Go4Control. And what was that other brand that someone mentioned further up? It was quite expensive. Laxone. Fine. All right, lads. Well, I think we might call it there. Hope it's been great having all of you on tonight. Really appreciate you joining and giving up your time to have a chat with me. Go4Control. Okay, Go4Control is the company I had them. Finger typer adding a comma. Yeah, got that. Go4Control. Right, let's leave it there, lads. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate that. You're all a bunch of legends. Love you all. See you next week if you want to do another live. I'm not just staring. I'm just reading your comments. Thank you. Have a great week. Thank you. Thanks, Stephen. Stephen, bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Thank you again.